So your PCS orders have come in and now you're looking at moving to Monterey Bay, California. Well, congratulations. That could be one of the luckiest things that's ever happened to you. And if you've not lived here before, let me assure you, this is absolutely one of the best places to live in the entire state of California. So I'm not trying to make one of those cheesy ass come see California tourism video ads that you used to see all over the telly, but it's true that we do have amazing beaches, beautiful scenery everywhere you look, and all the outdoor activities you could imagine. There are tons of stuff to do around here for younger people and families. There's great nightlife, there's amazing food and fantastic recreation facilities. Basically all the outdoor activities you could ever imagine doing, we have here in Monterey Bay. On top of that, we have basically perfect weather. We do get a little crowded around here during tourism season in the summer, but it's never that crowded that you get a lot of the annoyances that come with living in more densely populated cities. So if you are PCSing to Monterey County, you have come to the right video. Please stick with me and I will tell you everything you need to know about how to make a smooth move out here to the Central Coast. My name is Andy Woolfoot, they call me the British agent, realtor here in Monterey County. I get calls, texts and emails all the time from people looking to make a move out here to the Central Coast. So if there's anything I can do to help make your move as smooth as possible, please feel free to get in touch. So stick with us, we're going to be getting after it right now. So you're joining me here on the Monterey Bay Coastal Recreational Trail. As you can see, I've got the beach right behind me, and this trail actually runs 18 miles all the way down from Castroville to Pacific Grove. It's an incredibly popular trail for hikers and cyclists. If you follow it all the way down, it takes you past a number of landmarks, including the Monterey Bay Aquarium, Cannery Row, and the Monterey Fisherman's Wharf. Now, the vast majority of military personnel who are relocating here are going to be based out of two of the biggest military institutions in the area. Those, of course, are the Naval Postgraduate School and the Defense Language Institute, to be found at the Presidio of Monterey. You might also be relocating here if you are planning on attending the Middlebury Institute. That is a military-friendly college to be found here in Monterey as well. And we also have a new Veterans Association facility a few miles up the road in Marina. Now, I could ramble on a bit about the history of these institutions and what they do around here. There's plenty of other places online that you can find out that information. For today's video, I'm going to be focusing on housing, showing you guys how much housing you can get for your money, and more importantly, the key locations you might want to consider living if you're going to be attending MPS or the DLI. One more thing, if you are moving to the area, you might want to Google Fort Ord as well. That was a military base that was shut down in the 90s, but it had a huge impact in influencing the shape of the area over the last few decades. So I'm actually outside the Naval Postgraduate School right now. For these videos, I like to try and get a couple of scene setters for you guys just to be able to show you what I'm talking about as I'm narrating, but I didn't quite feel comfortable about, rocking up at these military institutes and trying to shoot footage on my phone. So I'm kind of terrified some guys in sunglasses are going to come outside and want a word with me or would like to review my footage. So there's not going to be many shots of the actual locations in today's video. So how much house can you get for your money around here? Well, you're not going to be surprised to learn over the last few years, home prices here in Monterey County have increased quite a lot. And of course, it is a coastal California city, so it is not going to be cheap to buy yourself a home. Now, your VA loan limit in Monterey County in February 2024, the maximum is $920,000. So if you're looking to get a typical 3-bed, 2-bath home here in Monterey, they're probably going to be starting from about $1 million if they're in good condition and they have a decent lot. There are, of course, cheaper options available to you. Housing in Seaside is generally a little bit more affordable price per square foot, and the homes there are generally a bit smaller as well. Or you can go a little bit further north up the coastal highway to Marina, which is a wonderful place to live. Not just saying that because I live there myself. Again, you could probably get a 3-bed, 2-bath home for maybe around $750 to $850 in the more affordable areas of town. Now, if you're single or a young couple and you can do with living in something a little bit smaller, there's some great options for you right on the beach. I previously did a video about the Del Monte beach community. They have houses for sale there that can go north of 1, 2, even 3 million. But there are some condo units right on the beach. Many of them are studios or just a 1-bedroom. So if you can put up with 600, 700 square foot, you can get an amazing property literally right on the beach. Now, if you've got a big family and you need something with 4, 5 bedrooms and plenty of square footage, there are options available to you in South Salinas as well. I did a video on there previously. I'll link it in the description. South Salinas has some wonderful neighborhoods to live in. The one drawback, if you are going to be commuting to MPS or to the Presidio is that's going to put your commute maybe about 45 minutes, even up to an hour, depending on how bad the traffic is. If you do have a family, you're probably going to be interested in finding out more about the local school districts. Monterey is covered by the Monterey Unified School District. If you're lucky enough to get a place in Pacific Grove or Carmel, they have their own school districts as well, and they're recognized as some of the best in the state. I recommend going on greatschools.org, which is a wonderful website, loads more information about the school systems for you. Now, if you're not sold on buying a house straight away when you move out here, obviously you're going to be looking into renting. Now, renting isn't cheap around here. We do have a scarcity of housing here on the Central Coast. Now, I believe your housing allowance is going to be around $3,500, $3,600 a month. That should be enough to get you a comfortable 2-bed, 3-bed place in towns like Marina, Seaside, maybe places in Monterey as well. If you are on the hunt for a rental, obviously I recommend you look online, places like Craigslist and apartments.com. A lot of private landlords these days are putting their rentals up on Facebook Marketplace, so remember to check there. There's also a local website called Monterey Bay Rentals, very professional organization. I know the owners there and they're great to work with, very trustworthy. If you are having a hard time finding a place, please feel free to reach out to me. Sometimes I know a couple of off-market places, so happy to point you in the right direction if I can. Now, I did mention earlier in the video that there's plenty to do for families out here. One of my favorite places to bring my kids is Dennis the Menace Park here in Monterey. It's just over the road from the wharf and it's packed with activities to do. You can see there's a huge lake behind me. This is a great place to rent a swan or a paddle boat and just chill out on the lake for a little bit. It's also got tons of facilities. There's a huge kids play area. There's a skate park for the older kids, and we're just down the road from the Monterey Sports Center, which has a bunch of tennis courts and its own tennis league if you're into that kind of thing. So downtown Monterey is just a few minutes stroll here from Dennis the Menace Park, so great opportunity to pop into town, get some lunch or a drink at some of those fantastic restaurants. Also, there is an indoor kids play area in Monterey called My Museum. My family's got a subscription there. It's a great place to let the kids run around and burn off their energy, especially on a rainy Saturday. Now, I always like to end these videos by showing you guys a home that's for sale, not because I think this is the home that you're going to buy, but I feel it's helpful just to show you what you can get for your money. It is February 2024, and I'm showing you a home on Del Robles Avenue, located in a really nice neighborhood, kind of close to the freeway, but it's also just 10-minute walk down to Dennis the Menace Park and Del Monte Beach. Actually, I'm just walking past a home I closed a couple of weeks ago for some local clients of mine. Lovely newlywed couple. It needs a lot of work, so they're going to be renovating it over the next year before they move in. But that brings us nicely to our featured property of today, which is 314 Del Robles Avenue in Monterey. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath home. Just had a price reduction after 3 weeks on the market. Currently priced at $1,115,000. And the listing is provided by Mike Meeser of Sotheby's Realty. I was fortunate enough to do a different deal with him last year as well. He's a fantastic agent, and I know he worked really hard to make sure that deal went smoothly for his seller. Also a great guy, so thank you, Mike, for letting us take a look around today. Looks like a really nice home from the outside. We've got some landscaping up the front. Looks like it's been recently painted, upgraded windows and shutters, and the composition roof looks in good condition too. It's been raining a bit, so I'm just going to kick my shoes off before we go inside. So the home was built in 1946. Looks like it's obviously been remodeled since then. I have a feeling these are original oak hardwood floors, or maybe they were put in the 60s. Obviously they've been refinished and well looked after, but the slats are quite narrow and the newer hardwood floors tend to have wider beams. We go straight into the kitchen area, and it has a dining area / nook. Nicely staged, by the way, Mike. Thank you very much. Say hi to the camera. Not the biggest kitchen in the world, so the refrigerator's in kind of an off location. We have a nice laundry area through here. This bedroom is kind of separate to the rest of the house, so it would be great for a guest or make this your office. And we have the second bathroom off the hall here. Second side of the house has the remaining 2 bedrooms. Kind of echoey in here. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but decent size, high ceilings. Second bathroom, nicely remodeled, and it has your tub and shower. Third bedroom here. We are kind of close to the freeway right now. This house is right on the corner of the road, but with the door closed, it's not too bad. I can just about hear it. I'm sure that wouldn't make much difference to the quality of life living here. Really like that fireplace as well. The home is just under 1,300 square feet, and it also has a nice lot as well. It's just under 7,500 square foot. Pretty good lot size for this area. As you can see, plenty of space to kick back and enjoy the afternoon sunshine. So there you have it. There is some good information you need to know if you are PCSing to Monterey Bay. If you have any more questions or need some help searching for homes in the area, my name is Andy Woolfoot. They call me the British Agent, Realtor here in Monterey County. I get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people looking to relocate and start a new life out here on the Central Coast. Thank you so much for staying with me all the way to the end of the video. I'm going home for a cup of tea. See you on the next one.